Okay, open up your book to page 406, lesson 8, combined figures. Let's look at the key ideas. Combined figures are made from two or more regular figures. To find the perimeter of a combined figure, add the lengths of all the sizes. To find area or volume of a combined figure, break the figure into parts and find the area or volume of each part. Then combine the results. Let's look at the top of page 406. So combined figures put together geometric figures to form a new shape. To find the perimeter, unlike the top of page 406, to find the perimeter of a combined figure, simply add the lengths of the sides. You may need to solve for one or more missing lengths. Let's look at example 1. A family room has the dimensions shown in the diagram. All measures are in feet. What is the perimeter of the room? So let's get a blank screen. So the figure looks something like this. Let's look at number 1. Find the missing measurements. Measurement X equals the combined length of the two opposite side walls. So X is equal to what? 8 plus the 4. See? So when you look at this side right here, let's get a color. This is what they're saying. From here to here is 8, but if you keep going all the way down, it also equals, on the opposite side, it also equals what? 4. You see, that's X. So then we know that this entire side of X is 8 plus 4. And similarly, up top here, we know, since this is 18, so here, 18, all the way across, right? Minus what? This here, minus 10. See? Because that's the minus piece right here. Right? So 18 minus 10 is 8. So we know then that Y over here is 8. Do you see what they're doing with these combined figures? So basically what you're doing, you're counting that empty space by looking at the opposite side. So when I look at the empty space right here, I can count for the length of that by looking at the opposite side right here. And they did the same thing on this side. For the empty space right here, see, from there to there, I can count for that by looking what? Over here, because 8 plus 4 obviously is 12. So then that missing piece has to be 4 right here. Okay, so the answer here they have is, well, we found out what Y is. Y is equal to 8. So once we know the value of Y, we know the value of what? The value of X. So X is what? There it is. X is 12. And Y equals 8. So then we just add them all together. And that's what they did in the book. And we know when you add everything together, 12. That's this over here. Plus the 18, which is here, right? So there's my 12, 18. Eight plus 8. So you have 8 there. And where's your other 8? This piece, Y. Remember, right here. Oh, that's 8. So that's 8 plus another 8. So you're just going to go around the perimeter of the shape and add up the missing parts. And then you have a plus 4. Well, there's my 4 right here. And then what? Plus 10. There it is. There's the 10. So we've added up everything. And that equals 60. 60 feet. So just make sure you've covered all the blank space of the missing parts, right? So you see in your book, yeah, 60 feet. Let's look at the next paragraph. To find the area, see, because there we was finding what? The outside, the perimeter, right? Okay, so the next one here, to find the area, the space within. To find the area or volume of a combined figure, break the figure into parts, then apply the correct formula to each part. Let's look at example 2. What is the area of the figure in square centimeters? Let's get a blank screen and let's see if we can draw that out. So you have a figure that looks something like this. And it goes out something like that. Comes all the way down and goes like, okay? So here you got 5 centimeters. And we got 2, so I'll just put the number from here to here, 2, just to save time. 5 here. And what? 7 here. So example 2 says, what is the area of the figure in square centimeters? Number 1, divide the figure into 2 shapes and find any missing measurements. Here the figure is divided into a trapezoid and what? A rectangle. So look what they did. Here's your rectangle. You see, they just broke the figure up. All right, so that's your rectangle. This one. That's a rectangle. And of course, we can see here, now this shape is in the form of a trapezoid. So we're going to break them up and then you're going to get area of the different parts, right? So calculate the area of each shape. The formula chart, you'll have it on the test, but in this book I told you it's on page 413. So what is the formula for the area of a rectangle? They give it to you right there. So area is equal to, come on in. Area for a rectangle and they give it to you in the book, is A equals LW. So when we look at the rectangle part of this, area for a rectangle is equal to length times width. So, as they show it in your book, the length and the width is 2. So let's put it over here. 2 times the width of 5. All right? How wide it is. That's the width. See? 5 right here. That's how wide the rectangle is. And of course, we know 2 times 5 equals 10. Okay, so we have the area now for that particular shape. 10 centimeters square. We know that. Because that's what we're talking about. Now, you're going to look at the next shape. Now that we have the area for the rectangle, now let's get the area for the other shape, which is the trapezoid. So let's write out the formula for a trapezoid. Look on your formula chart. A area for a trapezoid equals half height times base 1 plus base 2. And then we just plug in the values from the shape. If you look in your book, they show the height, because we're going to need to know what the height is, right? Let me get a color pen. Because 2, 5, and 7 is what we see. But we know this is the height of this trapezoid. They show it to you 3. Right? Well, how are they coming up with 3? Well, we know it's 3 because this piece here, up here, is 2. And so the whole thing is 5, so it has to be 3, right? That's how they're coming up with the 3. You see it in your book. So we can start writing the values in. Bring down half, height of 3. We see where they get it from. What's my base? Well, see the top piece of this trapezoid right here? The dotted line? That would be a base, right? And that base is 5. We know it is because of this. It tells us it's 5 right there, right? Okay, so then let's put that in there. 5 is my base 1 plus, we're following the formula. What's my base 2? 7. The second base right here, right? Let's put it in. Okay, so we set it up, and then we're going to do the thing that's most inner. 5 plus 7 is going to give us 12 times 3 times half. Now, I know you're taught to do these equations from left to right, but in orders of operation, you can see the parentheses are there, so let's do that. So 3 times 12 is going to give us 36. And 36 times half, bring the half down. So the area is equal to half of 36. Area equals exactly what they have in your book. Half of 36 is 18 centimeters square. Okay, you see it again. Now, we still have one more thing to do. We have 10 centimeters for the rectangle and 18 centimeters for the trapezoid. The total area of that shape combined is 28 centimeters square. Okay, let's look at example 3. Find the volume of the container shown below. Break the figure into a cylinder and a cone and find the volume of each, just like we broke up the other one, right? Step 1, cylinder formula, volume equals pi radius square height. Okay, so let's write that out. Let's get a blank screen. Okay, so it looked like something happened to my recording here. So if we have to continue on a different one, if we have to continue on a different file, we'll name it page 406-1. So that means it continues, okay? Because for some reason it's not giving me my pen. I think I messed around and pushed the wrong button, but let's try. Okay, so there's the shape I need to be able to write. And I don't know what happened. Nope, it's not giving it to me. That's okay. We'll just restart the file. It'll be page 406-1.